Oh yeah, baby. We talking about sports with my boy Justin on a Friday night. Thank God it's Friday and we're in Texas. That means we're talking football. And this is a little spin on it today, Justin. We talking about sports. I don't know if y'all saw Valley Style. And why are we calling it Valley Style, Justin?
Because we're gonna give some shine to the local kids, the kids that play in our backyards.
Yeah, man. So as you guys know, we cover NBA, NFL, NHL, hockey, whatever professional sports are out there, college as well. But being in Texas and being in the Valley, a Friday night, this game happened yesterday, and it's a city that from where we're currently living right now. That's why I want to give it some shine to the Battle of Conway. And there's great athletes here in the Valley. We're starting to compete better with, the San Antonio teams, the Austin teams. So we want to give these kids shine. And yes, a little biased, the Battle of Conway. I live in Mission currently. I'm a Mercedes Tiger at heart. I still got, that orange running through my veins. But Justin, we are friends. But I can't say for sure I know what school you repped or you're repping currently. So what school would that be?
Oh, you know what it is. It's '07 graduation year. It's veterans all day for me. I'll tell you what though, Ron. This past year, working alongside these Mission high school kids, I was a substitute teacher, doing a lot of work over there. It's hard not to cheer for some of these kids. You make some personal relationships with these kids. You talk football in the class. You just, give them some insight about, I was talking a lot of pro football with them, but still they were giving me their insight on what they think football's about. And you make those connections and you want to see them win too, man. So this year it wasn't as easy cheering for the blue, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be the blue.
All right. Did you go to the game?
No, I ended up watching from home. Thankfully, I knew that it would be broadcast by our friends over at Real Sports Live. They usually broadcast Thursday night games for high school football. So I was able to just pull up YouTube and just watch it from home. So I was able to watch the whole game, thankfully.
Very nice, very nice. And unlike Sports Center and RGV and the news who cover sports, shout out to them, but they can't, have a little drink, have a little traguito. So it's Friday night. But anyway, man. Okay, so let's just get into the game. Super hyped game, and it's crazy because it was so early in the year. Not being from Mission, does this game always happen this early in the year, or is it usually a midseason game? Or
so when this, it's a 21st Battle of Conway here. When it first started, It was a game that would happen at the end of the year because we were in the same district. Now that Mission is no longer in the same district, one's a 4A school, one's a 5A school, or however it's zoned. We play each other early in the year to get it done. They get this helmet. It has half Eagles, half veterans. That's the trophy. And that's what they play for in the Battle of Conway. But yeah, it's been happening as the first game, opening of the season. Get that rivalry out of the way right away.
Very smart. But what's so cool about this, man, is I see these kids, bro, and it's awesome. Obviously, one of them's in the Patriots jersey, the other guys are in the Eagles, and they're doing the poses and they're having fun with it. Social media is so cool now, and you can use it in a positive way like this. When I was in high school, we didn't. I mean, I think we talked about it off the show. If you're lucky, like the Monitor or Valley Morning Star would go and take like a big team picture, and like that was it. And they kind of had to read the newspaper, but now these kids are getting exposure, which is awesome. You have Coach Gilpin, tweeting out the game was originally supposed to be Friday and it got moved to Thursday. So he tweeted that out, which is cool because now people can be aware of that. One of our friends, a good friend of the pod right here, Wally Garza, Patriot football wins Battle of Conway, painted blue again. I know he's an alumni and it's his first year on the coaching staff. So salute to Wally. Great job, man.
Wally.
I know, yeah, he's a great guy. He's a teacher as well. So doing good things. And I know he's super proud, like alum, veterans, UTSA also. This guy's like, I rep my alumni till I die. So to see, this is a huge win, for him personally, which is cool. And then
as he should be, because he's one of the, he graduated with me. We're one of the graduating classes that actually went to that school all 4 years of high school. Before it was a freshman center where the freshmen would then graduate to Mission High and you would go there. Our class was, I think, maybe the second class that got to go all 4 years to veterans. So
yeah, because it was only a 9th grade campus. That's what they
was only a 9th grade campus to start with. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Nino, Theo. What's up, baseball coach over
Hey,
there
Coach Nino,
originally?
man, that's a legend over there. Good baseball coach.
Yeah, and then we have Real Sports Live Network, who you mentioned as well. So another reason why we kind of wanted to do this is there's not a lot of coverage. You kind of just go to Channel 4, Channel 5, and a couple, guys here and there. So shout out to RSL Network. Who's those other guys that you had mentioned on
RGV
social media?
Football, there's a
RGV
website that's
Football.
kind of done through the monitor. So again, those are just what the monitor has put out as a team to get the RGV sports going on.
Yeah, and then so for us, this is just another little way of, we don't have a massive following, but it's just cool. Maybe people from Mission who don't know who these kids are, who don't know who the names are, they'll get hyped. They'll go see the kids, play, and it's great for the community just to get exposure no matter what. So let's just get into the game, man. And as I was scrolling through Twitter, the city of Mission is doing a great job. These pictures, the majority of them that I got are off the city of Mission's Twitter. So they were out there. You can see, there's photographers out there. These games are getting, are getting covered.
You didn't see that going to high school, did you, Ron? Like, you didn't see this much coverage before, huh?
No, I just saw my mom and my tia and my grandma with like the little camcorders, and that was it, bro.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, there was nothing like that. This is a potential ESPN. You got mossed, right here. Great job by the Eagles receiver. Sometimes as a defender there's just nothing you can do sometimes. Quarterback looks like he threw a great ball. The receiver high pointed it. That's a hell of a shot.
This catch actually happened in the first quarter. This is the Eagles' first score of the game. I don't want to nitpick on the kid. He did push off to get the touchdown, but he got the touchdown, and there was no call. You can't hate on the kid for trying. It is what it is, though.
First game of the year, first quarter. Justin's already calling for passing interference. Review. Justin's throwing the red flag on the poor kid.
Challenge on the play, baby.
Let him live. Let him live. No,
man. I just want to see them shine, regardless, though.
For sure, great. But great photography here. I think there's another picture of
the captains.
Start of the game. And when you see that pic, you think like Friday Night Lights.
Oh man,
the movie. Where there's just. Look, if that doesn't capture what Friday Night Lights is in Texas, especially in the Valley, I don't know what does, bro. They had a great pick. Yeah, the Eagles won super cool. It's a little bit closer. Dude, those are some big dudes too, man. 44 and 52.
It's probably their linebacking core right there.
Yeah,
or O-line. Maybe 52 is on the O-line, I think.
Yeah, man, but it doesn't look. I don't know if it was early in the game or what, but hey, your dad, Eddie Martinez, and a bunch of the OGs say they're from the Eagles, but it looks like from the stands back there that, is that maybe where the band sits or something? What's up with the Eagle fans over there, man? They look pretty scarce.
I don't know. The Patriots side did fill up from what it looked like. Again, they're on the visitor side, though, so it's a lot less. But yeah, it does look a little scarce, but it's opening night. We're still not playing at home. That's a whole controversy in itself with Tom Landry Stadium. Right. I don't want to touch too much into that because, those are some of our partners out there. So, but yeah. So that's that situation. This game was played at Sherryland Stadium.
Mm-hmm. To top it off, right? The Battle of Conway had to go to damn Sherryland. It's like,
yeah, you're still at the rivals area anyway.
You don't want to play. You don't want to lend the ball to and play with. But yeah, man. So I think we have. Do we have stats for the game? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Quarterback right here, Ron. Go over these stats.
I'll do the Eagles because I know you're a homer and you want to cover the vet stats. So Diego Salinas right here, the quarterback, went 13 for 26 for 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. From what I read, they're a very aerial attack. The next two guys are wide receivers for the team. I know one of them's a senior. I'm not sure about Carlos Valdez, but he had 4 catches for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josiah Guzman had 4 catches for 83 yards and a TD. So together, these guys put up about 150 yards, and 3 TDs.
Responsible for most of the yards receiving by those two guys.
Yeah, that's kind of what. Yeah, if Salinas threw for 205 and these guys had about 150 to 160, clearly they're their main targets. But it looks like it was an aerial attack. I think they put up 20 points. So regardless of it, man, it was a close game. I heard about late in the fourth quarter, maybe. I think the Eagles cut it to 6. So yeah, obviously these guys had a lot to do with it there. But good pose, good posture. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, great job by Salinas, Valdez, and Guzman here, who look like they, definitely spearheaded that Eagles offense. I didn't put it up here, but I read that the Eagles defense did do really well. I think they had a turnover that led to a 26-yard scoring drive there. So turnovers led to points for the Eagle defense as well.
Yeah. All right, let's go over the veteran stats. It's the first win since 2017. It's been a minute since we got a win. When Detmer got in place with Mission High, he really led them to a streak that we couldn't overcome for quite some time. But it looks like with his departure, Veterans is getting him back on the books. Running back, Pablo Lopez, rushing attack, 15 for 144 yards, 15 carries for 144 yards, a touchdown, 2 receptions for a touchdown, all-purpose back here. Now, that fumble you mentioned, it did come from him.
Oh, okay.
And they did capitalize on that turnover. That's something he's going to have to shore up. I think he will. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think it's a good thing that he got out of the way in the first game. Now he's going to be more aware of that. So good for the kid. The other running back, the tandem, Jose Garcia, 13 for 113 yards and a touchdown. As you can see here, this is your other runner. He's not receiving the ball. He's not the all-purpose. He's not the scat. But that's fine. And quarterback Vince Abrego, I think this is his first year starting, 10 for 22, 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, he was a little bit of a dual threat yesterday. He did run the ball
I think
on some opportunities.
I think I have that. I'm sorry. I didn't put it, but who's that?
So the aerial attack wasn't really all that there for Veterans. It was more of a rushing attack, more of a ground attack. And that's something kind of, I would say, newer for the program, considering that, we have seen some pretty good aerial attacks in the past from Veterans, and now we're going to see some running attacks. So I like to see the switch up a little bit there.
Yeah, he had 2 carries for 27 yards. And talking about the Veterans quarterback, I mean, let's address not the big elephant in the room, but I mean, when you talk Mission Veterans quarterbacks, right away you go to Landry Gilpin. So to lose somebody like that, anybody else I think that's going to come after him is going to definitely have some massive shoes to fill. So I could see why Veterans, is a little bit more focused on the rushing attack, because you don't have such an athlete back there, under center. But I mean, this seems like
and he's young too. I think, Ron, he's either a sophomore or maybe a junior. So we're going to see him for some time.
Junior, I believe.
Yeah, so we're going to see him for another year after this as well.
Man, but if you have your running backs putting up over 257? I mean, 260 yards, with your 2 backs, is you control the clock.
That's the number one thing. You're controlling the game, the tempo, and the clock. It's hard to beat a team that can extend drives and get that many yards rushing on the ground.
Yeah, man, the defense on the other side is just tired from being on the field so much.
Yeah.
But that kind of wraps it up for individual stats. We have the score and the player of the game on the next one here. So RSL, shout out to them again. This is from their Twitter. Academy Awards Player of the Game, Mission Veterans running back Pablo Lopez sprinted his way for rushing TDs as the Patriots beat Mission in the Battle of Conway. The final score, 32-20. Like I said, I think the Eagles cut it down to 6. They cut it down to single score, and then Vet scored at the very end to kind of ice it. So
there's your answer to the stands, though, Ron. Look at how much people in the stands
look
there.
At that. Oh my God! Well, this
showed out for the Veterans.
Hold on. This does look a little later in the game. So you gotta. Yeah. I mean, at
the end of the day, it's Thursday. People are still working, and it's at 7:00 sharp. They don't go at 7:30. It's going to take some time to get the parents and the families to the game. So
you had to drive to Sherryland, also go through all that traffic and all that. So, excuse me, guys, but yeah, hell of a performance by Mission Veterans, the 2022 Battle of Conway champions, 32-20. They get to have bragging rights for the rest of the year. But this is just being from Mission, covering this, talking about this is just a win for the whole community, for people like you, alumni who went to Vets, to your dad, who's repping the Eagles. We got, look at it, Turiza, Vets covered.
Alan, baby. Yeah, Alan, who was taking action on this game? Because I want to know.
No, let's not get it twisted. There was no any activities like that going on. It was just for laughing and humor purposes. I think somebody.
It's just bragging rights. That's all it comes down to.
No, man, but Veterans 32, Eagles 20. That was the final score. we want to try to cover more Valley sports. If you guys have pictures, if you want to rep your team, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Send in some highlights of maybe your cousin, your brother, your son, whoever. Any kind of play, any kind of
message
highlight
us on
reel.
Facebook. If anything that you want covered for high school, we'll cover it.
Man, send us in, send it to us on Facebook, and maybe we can put it, make a little reel for you, just to share it, just so everybody can show love, represent the talent, especially the football talent that we have here in the Valley that is definitely growing. Man, these kids are awesome, and props to them. I wish them health for the rest of the year.
Yes,
it's
sir.
the very beginning. Hopefully everybody stays safe, everybody stays healthy, and they have a hell of a year, man. Anything else that you got to say about our little Valley style we talking about sports?
Just good luck to both mission squads. I wish them nothing but health and prosperity throughout the season. I want to see them both win. I want to see shine on both of them. And just looking forward to covering this Valley stuff. We got Edinburgh Vela, who's still a powerhouse in the Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see how far they can make it this year, because we saw them get pretty far last year. I want to see if they can take a step further.
Yeah, man, it's the consistency that they have over there in Edinburgh, especially with having like 5 or I don't know, maybe even 6 high schools now. I kind of lost count, but the talent that they have over there year after year is crazy. So we'll definitely be following them, and hopefully every school makes a great deep run into the playoffs this year. But for now, that's it for me. Justin, anything else you want to say? If not, we'll wrap it up. It's Friday night. This game was on a Thursday that we just covered. So right now, as we speak, Friday Night Lights is happening in the Valley, and it's going strong. I look forward to covering it. Thank you guys for watching. Send us all the information, or all the links and highlights that you want. Justin takes care of it. He will put them up for you guys, and everybody will get a little shine, like Justin like to say. I like
that's all we want to do. Give some shine.